Jim Callaghan. And finally, the main points of the news again. There's been violence in South Africa after the hanging of Benjamin Molloy for a murder he said he didn't commit.
Mrs. Thatcher wants the Commonwealth leaders to set up a group to visit South Africa and try to find a peaceful compromise.
And Nottinghamshire miners appear to have voted in favour of breaking away from the National Miners' Union. And that's the national and international news tonight. From Julia and me, good night and have a good weekend.
Good night.
Good evening to you. Anticyclonic gloom is what many of us are suffering at the moment. That's not something you can go to the doctor for, but although you can actually go to the Mediterranean, as we'll see in a minute, things are not changing. We still have that area of high pressure sitting slap bang on top of us, and indeed this time tomorrow it's not moved anywhere at all. There it is, more or less over the top of England. This cold front actually was fairly important, though. It did bring about a change to northern parts of the country today. Here's the cold front as it was yesterday evening, a band of quite bright cloud, and you can see the way as that moved down across the country during the night and into today. So it introduced this much clearer air, this much clearer weather into those northern parts, and in fact they enjoyed a fair bit of sunshine. The trouble is that now behind that cold front there's another area of cloud developing, and it looks as if that may well edge back across northwestern parts during the course of tomorrow. So in a way you just can't win. Anyhow, as far as tonight's concerned, for the southern half of the country, a fairly cloudy night, just here and there, just a little bit of light rain and drizzle, but for northern parts, skies are just about clear, and that means to say that it'll soon turn misty, and in one or two places there will be some fog patches around as well. Quite misty, incidentally, in the southern half, come to that. But in the north, with those clear skies, it's going to end up a jolly chilly night, and in one or two places there will be a touch of frost. And then tomorrow, well, in a way, it's the mixture as before, but perhaps there are one or two subtle differences. But I think certainly as far as many southern and central parts of England, Wales too come to that. Another one of those probably rather grey and misty days, dry though. And I think if you're lucky, there will be some brightness around, and if you're really very lucky, there could even be a glimpse or two of sunshine. But for the best in the way of sunshine, you're going to have to head north into northern England, Northern Ireland and Scotland. There, again, of course, many places, or most places, will be dry, but there will be some sunshine about as well. I think the best of the sunshine probably in those northern and eastern parts there of both England and Scotland, and that's going to be reflected in the temperature. The best temperatures, 15 degrees Celsius, 59 degrees Fahrenheit, whereas in the more gloomy areas, 13 Celsius, 55 Fahrenheit, rather as we had today. On Sunday, well, hopefully by Sunday we'll have got rid of most of the cloud troubles. Some other troubles instead, though. I think there'll be a fair bit of fog to start Sunday, but that'll clear away, and then much of the country settling into a reasonably warm day, a reasonably bright one, with some sunshine as well. Although as the day goes on, there will be a belt of cloud and light rain working its way down across Scotland and Northern Ireland. Well, as I said at the beginning, if you want to get away from anticyclonic gloom, then head for the Mediterranean. Very nice weather there throughout the weekend, dry, sunny, very warm. But much of Europe actually suffering the way we are with this sort of belt of cloud, bits and pieces of fog as well. That's all for now. Have a nice weekend.
There's something for everyone in the lineup this Saturday evening on BBC1, starting at 5:20 with The Tripods. Then at 5:45, legal problems for Terry and June.
We'll consult with the solicitor first thing in the morning. We'll go and see what's it, thingamy, how's your father, and what's it?
Tibbenham, Peabody and Tibbenham.
Yeah. Who do we deal with?
Mr. Smith.
Oh.
At 6:15, the Noel Edmonds Late Late Breakfast Show.
Hello, I've got the hit squad this week, of course. More Golden Eggs music from Fergal Sharkey, and the Whirly Wheel Challenge is the incredible cloud swing from the Blackpool Circus.
At 7:05, Bob Bunkhouse opens his full house, giving another 4 hopeful contestants the chance to win a mystery holiday. At 7:40, Juliet Bravo and Inspector Kate Longton is investigating some stolen money.
You say it's only them with keys? Well, it's got to be one or the other.
There is another possibility, Kate, that makes it more serious than straightforward theft, and it could bounce back on you.
At 8:30, more comedy in the Paul Daniels Magic Show when Paul tries his own brand of weather forecasting with special guest Ian McCaskill. At 9:30, Murder 1, a new season of thrillers opens with The Cradle Will Fall, starring Lauren Hutton and James Farentino. And at 11:10, the Saturday movie classic is The Philadelphia Story, starring Katharine Hepburn and Cary Grant, which rounds off Saturday night on BBC1.
On BBC Two shortly, Now the War is Over, with a look back to 1945 and the worst housing crisis in British history, when thousands of families were homeless. Here on One at 10:20, our late film goes back to the Second World War and stars James Coburn, Maximilian Schell and James Mason in Sam Peckinpah's Cross of Iron. Before that, we're off to Jersey with Bergerac.
A kiss on the hand, maybe.
Next Friday, Marilyn, Say Goodbye to the President, examines the events leading up to the death of a screen goddess.
Marilyn Monroe is dead, apparently from an overdose of sleeping pills.
It is our opinion that the case is a probable suicide.
But for 23 years, there have been those who disbelieved the official verdict on the death of Marilyn Monroe.
No, it was not a suicide. Marilyn Monroe was murdered.
The program includes evidence that she was involved with both John and Bobby Kennedy, affairs that disturbed White House staff.
Marilyn was spoken to very frankly about it.
No.
It could have destroyed him.
The events surrounding Marilyn Monroe's death were completely covered up by the Los Angeles Police Department, the Los Angeles County Coroner's Office, and top officials governing Los Angeles County.
Marilyn, Say Goodbye to the President is next Friday at 10:15 on BBC1.
And now, on BBC1, we come to our late film, Sam Peckinpah's World War II drama, Cross of Iron.